Can you talk a little bit about meta knowledge and how it relates to successful leaders?
Yeah. So it's funny. We talked about meta focus. Now we talk about meta knowledge. Very meta. um, so yeah, meta knowledge about your knowledge is critical. In fact, in my first book, Boombustology, I have actually a meta knowledge test that readers can take to gauge how much they know about how much they know. And the reason this is important is oftentimes we know what we know. That's fine. We sometimes are aware of things that are out there that we just don't know about. There's complex physics and launching a satellite, and okay, great. I don't know those physics. I know I don't know those physics and that math and etc. But I know it exists, but I just don't know it, right? Then there's a whole domain of things I don't know, right? That's where it gets pernicious and it gets really problematic. I mean, Donald Rumsfeld's famous for his unknown unknowns, right? And his known unknowns and unknown knowns. And, he goes through the matrix and thinks about them that way. But really what I think is quite interesting and worthy of spending more time for all of us to think about is understanding what we don't know. And spending more time thinking about what we don't know, if that makes sense. I realize that once we figure that out, then we know we don't know it. But what I'm trying to do is expand the horizon. So one way this comes into play is if you don't have an appreciation for what you don't know, then it ends up manifesting itself very directly in all the psychology research as overconfidence. And overconfidence ties very nicely to hubris, which correlates with closed-mindedness and the inability to navigate uncertainty because you're not open to seeing different scenarios or possibilities. So there's a link. It gets weaker with every stage, but there is a link between not appreciating what you don't know and your inability to navigate uncertainty.